That's what I'm saying. But it sounds as though it's designed from the very beginning to do just that you've said. So we're going to hold them by the short and curlies, and then we're going to say, well, you know what? Any conversation that has been had in this room, Major, we've talked since the last 2 years about a cheaper option for an election in this country. Yeah. It has been a conversation that has been ongoing, but you know what? It's ignored until the last minute when IEBC goes before Parliament and says, well, you know what? Pony up 61.7 billion shillings for us to deliver an election. If you don't, then we're going to come back to you and say, but we told you to do this and you didn't. Do you see? Not that the conversation is not being had, but the conversation is being actively ignored until you get to crunch time, which leads us back to what I've said. Is it by design? Because if I was really invested in delivering an optimal, effective and efficient election, guess what I'm doing? I'm listening to views. During the cycle, I'm listening to views and I'm saying, okay, what can we do? Not after the fact. You've already spent the money. You've already thrown the machine away. So if somebody can have the conversation, but if you're not listening and or implementing, this is where we have the problem. And it's not about to go away. I think we need to rise to that reality, that it's not about to go away until you have listening, actively engaged parties. It's not just about running an election and saying, okay, well, let's fill in all the holes, but are you actually invested in optimizing the experience? And I think for the last 10, 15, 30 years, it's not been done. So who is going to bell the cat to say, come on, Kim's kit that we spend 7 billion shillings on and then we throw it away after 5 years? It's a no-brainer, James. Throw it away? It doesn't make sense to anyone. So why is it so difficult to make that decision?
That attitude permeates other aspects of IEBC. Mm-hmm. So you don't blame IEBC. Let me tell you why you don't blame IEBC. One, when the political class wants IEBC to do something, they don't have any hesitation. Mm-hmm. They will go to this NADCO 1, NADCO 2, NADCO 20, and they'll make resolutions that affect IEBC. IEBC did not initiate this NADCO process. I think they just called there as a resource
spectator.
person. As a resource person. Mm-hmm. Take, for example, between 2018 and 2022, do you know that for all that part, IEBC was run by Chebukati and 2 other commissioners. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For almost 4 years, IEBC did not have the 8 commissioners that it should have. It had 2, chairman and 2, for 4 years. The government recruited the last commissioners 1 year, less than 1 year before the election of 2022. Whose responsibility was that? Chebukati, who was the chairperson of IEBC, wrote a letter or a memo, sometimes, I think, just before the election of 2017. And he was complaining about the conduct of his own commissioners. Mm-hmm. He said 2 or 3 commissioners had absconded duty. But these commissioners had written a letter to the office of the president. Chebukati was saying, I don't see them reporting to work, and was requesting, have they resigned? He didn't know. Now, somebody within the entire superstructure of the Kenya government must be responsible for knowing IEBC does not have a full complement of commissioners. Mm-hmm. Let's recruit. Mm-hmm. The reason I know that is when it suited the political system to recruit the commissioners 1 year before, they did. It's not Chebukati who said, now recruit. Mm. So there is a lacuna somewhere. There is a belief that the things as happening in IEBC are good to serve certain purposes. Mm-hmm. One, when IEBC was running without one full complement, surely that should have concerned somebody in government. Mm. Part of the reason could be that no particular ministry or individual is dedicated to oversight IEBC. That could be that. Mm. The other one could be that we lose interest in the affairs of elections after an election. Mm-hmm. And this interest is rekindled halfway to the next election. Yep. But whatever the case, Kenyans need to have a conversation of number one, what kind of the equipment do we want to use in our elections? What level of sophistication and what can we use? I mean, that conversation transcends IEBC alone. IEBC can lead it, but it transcends